Guys, and welcome back to Chris Baraka and family. Have you been wondering for the longest where this chanting of "Can I prophesy?" and then the people respond, "Prophesy, Papa, prophesy." Have you always been wondering where all these uh, things came from? Because we have seen quite a number of prophets being able to use these chants, prophets like Passion Java, Prophet Lovy, Prophet Bushiri, also Prophet Uebert Angel, and just the others who have not gotten to mention as well. We have seen quite a number of them always using these kinds of methods. So, is this biblical? Is this scriptural? Or where exactly did these come from? So, Prophet Uebert Angel is opening up, he is exposing exactly where all this is coming from. And apart from that, he is speaking about a prophet in the United States who's currently there is a lot of hate towards him. It's not really hate because maybe people want answers to a lot of victims who have come up and everything. So he's not mentioning names of anyone exactly, but if you have been following, if you understand what is really going on, you will definitely get to know who is he is really speaking about. So I will request that you watch this video until the end because it is a compilation of different things. There's so much that is being discussed in this video, and I want you to get a hold of everything. And also, just to remind you, if you are not yet subscribed, click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, like it right now. Like it, like it, like it, like it. Let's get into the video.
Something. Tosha. He's a man, Skebe. Professor, relax. I'm coming there. I want to go deeper, 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 deeper.
Yeah, this thing of prophesy, this thing of deeper, 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 deeper. See how that guy is quite excited.
You came for total experience. And no one told you that it's deeper inside. Okay. You are Christians. It's going to be total. Don't worry. I'm not going to go the other direction. I'm just staying on route like this. So don't fear. Don't fear. Say to your neighbor, no shaking. No shaking. So don't worry. Because I know what you're expecting. I only go that direction. If I see someone doesn't believe me, I go that direction now. No. If you don't believe me, don't worry. I will go there. Yeah, we'll talk about who you were with last night.
Whoa. If you don't believe in him, then he has to expose the person that you were even with last night. If he's sending a warning to his people, is he like trying to make them believe in him like they don't have a choice? Because if I'm telling you that, hey, if you don't believe in me, then this is what I'm going to do to you, you know, am I threatening you in any kind of way? Because evidently that's how it sounds like. If you don't, his words, let me just bring it back here before we proceed.
Go that direction now.
Let me just bring
No.
it back
If you
here.
don't believe me, don't worry. I will go there. Yeah, we'll talk about who you were with last night.
So you have no choice. You have no choice. When you get to Spirit Embassy, that's his church, you have no choice. You have to believe in him. If you don't, he's saying that he's going to expose your secrets. These are crazy secrets, you know.
Please, you have time to believe.
And I wonder what you know the Bible speaks about the purpose of prophecy. Purpose of prophecy. What is the purpose of prophecy? Is the purpose of prophecy to actually shame people? You know, is the purpose of prophecy to shame people? The purpose of prophecy. What is the reason for prophecy? Is it to shame people? Is it to bring out those crazy secrets? What is the purpose of prophecy? Because prophecy needs to bring you closer to Jesus. Prophecy is not a means for threaten. It's not something that now these guys are using these gifts in the name of, okay, if you don't do this, I'm going to do this. I'm going to expose you. This is crazy.
I give you only 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I move in. And 10 minutes is enough to believe. Don't believe out of fear. Look at how quiet it is. Look at how quiet it is in the room now. Look at the whole room is quiet. Like, hey, we did not trouble you. Why are you troubling us? Total what? Shout total experience. Videos and show you a whole lot. What you're finding in churches now with the caliber of people who call themselves prophets in these days. They say your name is Paul, your name is this, and then they call you and they say, is it true? Yes, it's true, man of God. But what happens after they prophesy? This is what happens after we prophesy. Results come. That's what shows you. This is not Facebook prophecy.
Oh, Facebook prophecy. You remember Facebook prophecy is what Uebert Angel had exposed about how prophecy is being done, where they get on social medias, they get your information and everything, and then all of a sudden someone calls you and then they say, they point to you on the crowd, like, come here, let me prophesy to you. So you are unaware of what exactly they're about to say, but you'll be astonished when now they mention things that are very private to you. And then in that moment, your mind can't connect that probably when you got in the church, you wrote your names, you wrote your social media handles, you wrote your details. So that is how they're able to capture all this information. You see, so that is what Prophet EJ had actually exposed previously. If you remember that expose where he was talking about how prophecy, how they used to do prophecy when he was back in that camp.
No kululu, no kalala.
Thank you, Prophet. I was
Yes.
acquitted, found not guilty.
Found not guilty. Hey! Imagine in the prophecy, I never called him not guilty. I said, you know this part? You don't know this part. Then the whole court system is dismissed here. Imagine your disease is dismissed here. Your court system here. Who are we? Who are we? I said, who are we? My brother, come. Some of the things you might not like to hear them. Stand up. You came here for the prophetic and for an impartation because your ministry, people don't understand Uebert Angel. Uebert Angel is not here to support somebody you hate. No. You can hate a person. You know? If you go to the region of America, you find people, they hate one guy and they say, Uebert Angel should also come and attack that person. I don't need to. I'm not here to respond to nonsense. I was in Dubai one time. Remember? They said, Uebert Angel cannot go to Europe. I went to France.
So, you know, sometimes when I get to share these kinds of videos, and I always try to explain to you what exactly he's talking about. He's not a mad person to just come and utter these words that he's uttering. He knows exactly who he's responding to. So just by the fact that he is getting to speak about this, and maybe probably you don't understand the context that he is talking about, what I want to let you know is that clearly, just by him opening his mouth to talk about it, it means that there is that pressure that's coming from whatever side, because there's a lot of allegations that has been going on, and him being a father of the prophets, because he has also been in this camp with some of these prophets who have these allegations, but he is regarded as a father of these prophets. So his silence really brings in a lot of different questions. Questions like, okay, is he in support? Is this the way? Is this the format? and people are just left wondering. So that's why they needed his side. What does he think about this? What has he has to say about this? With all the big victims that have come out, all of the allegations and all that.
Then when I was in France, they said, he can't go to Britain. I went to Britain. Then they said, no, he will not go back to Zimbabwe. I came to Zimbabwe. Then they said again, you can't go to Europe. I was there 2 weeks ago. But I'm not going to be like, they say China can't go. I'm going to China. I want to prove. Nonsense. Nincompoops. If you keep listening to enemies, you keep doing what they like. I might not even be supporting the person you hate, but by reason of being who I am, the biggest stakeholder in the prophetic, I have to defend the prophetic, not the person in the prophetic. But if you miss principles in the prophetic, I come for you for the principles. I'm not out here exonerating people because they did some wrong thing. They moved around with this one and this one and this. If you know the facts, I don't know the facts. I'm not going to support your accusations. But if they were right, I would come here and oppose right here. If I don't have quarrels. If I have no access to the person, I have to use the pulpit. But if I access, I call the person, you did wrong here. That's it, and I'm done. After we are finished, I'm not here to go on the pulpit and speak. Have you noticed that these people who oppose these men of God never oppose Muslims? They are afraid to die. Then you know they are weaklings. They could oppose this, but they won't. They just touch another man of God. They know they can't. So, my friend, let's start over. Should we start? Do you realize when I was in Britain and going to America and knowing I was going to go to America and all that, this is how I started doing the can I prophesy? It wasn't some spiritual mumbo jumbo to go deeper into the person. It's nonsense, that notion. I'm by no means saying these people who say this are stupid. Maybe they know other people who copied what I said. I'm the one who studied this. But I studied it on the best of these countries being libelous. Where you prophesy to somebody and tell them their dirty secrets and they'll sue you. So when I say, can I prophesy, you agree. Hey, I'm free. Then I prophesy, then I say, can I go deeper? You say, I say, hey. You can't be suing me after that. That's the whole thing, because I went to school. Then somebody saw it and say, hey, it's spiritual. It's not at all. And let me give you advice. Some of these people you accuse of being spiritual, they are not even prophets. Do you know what it takes for you to destroy a man? Is when you say what he's doing is wrong, it's fake, there is no truth in it. Not to say the devil is using him. The world doesn't care now. As long as there is an answer, they will go there. And don't...
Yo, so clearly just so much there. So I want just to before I get to finalize this video, there's a question that I threw out about the purpose of prophecy. So clearly you've heard him saying that he's the one that came up with the whole can I prophesy, and why he actually came up with that kind of chant. So he's saying that that's just a way for him to defend. It's a way for you to give him access so that he can be able to prophesy to you, but it has got nothing to do with any spiritual manipulation. So that's according to him. So, but purpose of prophecy, because at the beginning of the video, he's saying that if you don't believe in him, then he has no option, but he has to go now to your dirty secrets and he has to expose you. So in a means that for you to be, so once you believe in him, you're safe with him. Once you believe with him, your secrets are safe with him, in other words. But anyway, so is that a purpose for prophecy? What is the purpose for prophecy? Is it to bring fear to people? Is prophecy to a way to threaten people? What's the purpose for prophecy? So the number one thing is that prophecy, the purpose of prophecy, the reason why God actually gave out this gift for prophecy, the reason why God has been using prophets in the Bible, and they're still prophets. The one of the number one reason is for revealing God's will. If you check prophets like Isaiah, if you check like prophets like Jeremiah, they used to communicate God's plans, his desires, and commands to his people, what God has said. So the number two reason for prophecy is calling to repentance. So this is where many prophetic messages were actually used to call people to turn from sin and to return back to God. That's when you get to study and have a look at prophets like Hosea, when you prophets like Amos, who warned of consequences for disobedience while pleading for repentance, and also even Jeremiah. Jeremiah warned God's people, warned the people, warned even he warned even the leadership at that time, and he told them to turn their ways and go back to God, to leave those uh, uh, worship of idols and all those things. So that was also a purpose for prophecy, calling to repentance. Another one is for foretelling future events, and we can see that even from prophet Isaiah, where he spoke about, that is in Isaiah 53, where he gets to speak about Jesus, the coming of Jesus. And also, when you get just to read Isaiah, there's so many different parts he's speaking about the Messiah. Or even if you check Daniel, Daniel speaks about the end times. So Daniel speaks about the end times. The book of Revelation speaks about the end times and what the future events that are to be expected. So that is also a purpose of prophecy. Another one is affirming God's power. So prophecies demonstrate that God is in control of history and that his purposes will be accomplished. So reinforcing faith and trust among believers. So affirming God's sovereignty. So number five is providing hope and encouragement. Another purpose of prophecy is for providing hope and encouragement. So prophets often spoke words of comfort and hope, especially times of crisis. Like for example, even Prophet Messiah, when he was speaking about uh, so I'm talking about prophet Isaiah, when he was talking about the prophecies about the Messiah coming, that really brought a lot of hope to mankind, and just to show them that God has not left them alone, that God still loves them so much. So prophecies offered hope and redemption and salvation. That is, if you get to check Isaiah 9, you'll be able to see that. If you check the book of Micah 5, you'll see that. And number six is for validating Jesus as the Messiah. So in the New Testament, prophecy is used to show that Jesus fulfilled Old Testament expectations of the Messiah. So that, if you check in the book of Matthew 1:22 to 23, you'll be able to see that, where it says all this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophet. That is in Matthew 1:22 to 23. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God with us. So that is among some of the purpose for prophecy. And no time is prophecy used for people now to be able to believe in the prophet. It's not about the prophet. The prophet is just a carrier of a message, and the message is from God. But now, when the prophet wants people to believe in him, then you wonder, what message is he carrying? Is the message from God, or rather, this is his own message? Is he sent from God, or did he send himself? Because if you want people to believe in you, then you are the prize. You're making yourself to be the prize. You're making yourself to be the center of everything. But the Bible speaks about focusing on Jesus, who is the author and the finisher of our faith. So I had to bring that to your attention. because that is very, very key. I'd like to hear what you think about this video in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't and like the video as well. Stay blessed and see you on the next one.